Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to introduce you to the newest STAMPtember collaboration, this time designed by Doodlebug Design, available now at Simon Says Stamp. Look at this adorable stamp and die set called Tinsel Time, and it's got the iconic Christmas images for sentiments. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. You got Santa and Rudolph and a Christmas tree and a strand of lights and presents, and then the coordinating die set. What I love about this is that there's a special ho ho on the back of it. So not only do you get the coordinating dies, but you get an extra standalone die, which I'm going to use. I'm going to create a whole background of ho ho hos. I'm going to create a background of hos. Today's the day for the ho-hos. Okay, I'm going to try not to say that too many times, but look at this. I love a standalone die, and you know, I'm going to do it in a rainbow order. So I'm going to start, every letter is going to get colors. So the H, darker red, the O, a lighter red. I know I'm crazy. I know I am, but this is my jam. I like to pull out scraps of solid color cardstock and just go to town. And then for the shadow backer, I'm doing every one of those in white. Okay, I've got my little mini EMPRESS Anna Griffin there, and I'm just going to do that right off to the side. And so I'm not going to show this whole process, but you get the idea. For every hoe, it's a color family. So if it's red, it's going to be dark red, light red. For an orange, dark orange, light orange, dark yellow, light yellow, dark green, light green. Get the idea? And I'm going to do a bunch, probably more than I need. And I'm just going to glue these straight down. I'm using the Pawsitively Perfect Craft Glue by Simon Says Stamp and these reverse tweezers, handy dandy. And I'm gluing these on the white shadow backer and having a time. If I forget to mention a supply, everything I used will be listed in the description box if you're watching this on YouTube. So let's talk cardstock. I have a scrap drawer, a drawer of solid color cardstock scraps. And a lot of it's Concord 9th assortment. And then there's some Simon Says Stamp in there. It's a mixture. You know what I mean? There might be even a little Alta New. You never know what you're going to get, but this is where you use all those scraps. Now for a card base, I chose a Buttercream. The reason I did Buttercream is that my white shadow backer on the hose would kind of like a neutral on neutral contrast. Now here I'm laying these out and I'm going Willy Wonka, Wonka Willy. And yeah, you know I'm doing them in rainbow order. I'm trying to fit them on, but some's going to hang off the edge. You could pop these up with foam tape if you wanted to go crazy, but I'm just going to glue them down with that Pawsitively Perfect craft glue. The thing I love about this type of layout is it's very forgiving. Nothing has to be straight. Nothing has to be perfect, symmetrical. It's just kind of alternating the angles and just making a colorful background with the hoe dies in the Tinsel Time coordinating die set. So once I get these all glued down, then I'm going to stamp an image from the Tinsel Time stamp set. So this is just a fun way that you can use this particular Doodlebug Design STAMPtember collaboration in a unique way because it gives you that standalone die. It's like a little extra present. So make sure that these are fully adhered. I'm going to flip it over using my Spellbinder shears. Just carefully snip off the little extra or excess that's hanging off the sides. And now here's where this is debatable, but I thought it was fun and I was just in the mood. So I pulled out my Nuvo drops. I only have white, I think. I mean, I would like to have, back in the day, I had a whole assortment of colors. I don't know where they are, but I had the white handy and I thought I'm just going to put little dots, one bigger, one smaller, here and there, filling in the gaps. It's given me snow. And here's, I wanted to show this. I messed up. Do you see I messed that up? And I wanted to show you if you do it quickly, you can carefully remove it with your finger and no one's going to know that you smudged it. And then you can redo it and get a perfect little droplet. Now I'm going to stamp the Santa from the Tinsel Time stamp set with some Copic friendly black ink. And I'm going to color this with Copic. So you can see my marker caps there. This is going to be a very easy peasy coloring. I'm not doing a ton of shade. In fact, I don't think I'm doing any shading. I used R21 for all the red. You know, this is an easy one. If, you know, color in Santa, you need red. You need some dark for the boots and the belt. A little yellow, and then maybe a rosy cheek. A little skin color, if you will. But it's such a simple image to color in. Doesn't take much time. So I didn't do any shading. You certainly could if you really want to be snazzy. But I did E00 for the skin color and then E02 for the rosy cheek and rosy nose. Using the coordinating die, I'm going to take this off camera, die cut the Santa, and then I took the Nuvo drops and I added a little to the end of his hat. Make sure those are fully dry. Then I'm using one of these mini action wobble springs. These, you can buy these. They're by Simon Says Stamp, and they're so fun. They have a little spring on them. They're adhesive on both sides. You can stick your image on, and then it's like a springy, wobbly. It's like Santa's in a frenzy. And I'm not going to add another sentiment because I feel like you've got the ho, ho, ho. You've got it covered. You've got the color. You got the cheer. You got the frantic Santa. Check out the Simon Says Stamp blog for more information and inspiration using the new Doodlebug Design STAMPtember collaboration.
Hi there, I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at simonsaysstamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.